Good afternoon. This is Rich Nelson with Allendale. Let's cover the wrap-up commodity comments here. Today's Wednesday, January 5th, 2011. Of key interest today, the fact that the general commodity overall sell-off did not extend for that full third day in a row. After a rough Monday and Tuesday, we did see prices rebound across the board. This was important, the fact that we'd made this even though the U.S. dollar was up 87 points. That actually is a bearish influence for commodities overall. Leading the way here today, we had crude up $1, certainly helped out the corn and soybeans here today. Corn up 10 3/4, soybeans up 24, and wheat finishing up 19 cents. Very good gains to speak of here. As far as some general kind of news comments throughout the day, I want to point out Taiwan did buy about a cargo of soybeans. However, it is for either U.S. or Brazil. Optional origin is what they call that here. There's also some underlying comments for soybeans saying potential China demand. Really, in my opinion, most of this rebound here today of grains was strictly a commodity-based. Basically, we're done with the sell-off is what I'm trying to say here. Also, secondary support, the fact that all these groups, like ourselves, are now completing numbers and sending them over to newswires for next week's large USDA, really plethora of USDA reports here. On the wheat side, we can also point out, you know what, there are 5 separate tenders out there, 5 separate countries looking for wheat. We have up to 725,000 tons is what all those 5 tenders are combined looking for. We should hear announcements on those here pretty soon, with some of those being completed here. Over on livestock, we've got cattle up 45 cents. Great news this morning. The private estimate of private market employment suggested 297,000 jobs were added in December. That was a huge surprise, and certainly a bullish shock to the system, potentially saying that U.S. Consumers will be much stronger than expected in early 2011. Hogs up 72 cents after 3 days of rough cash hog trading, where they fell almost about $4. We did see very strong trade today here from packers. It was a little surprising on this end here. As I mentioned before, groups like ourselves are sending in estimates to the newswires for next week's report. We've completed ours, and I'm happy to release these right now here to you guys. We look for moderate reductions on production, down 26 million bushels for corn. Looks like maybe 4 million bushels for soybeans. That really shouldn't change anybody's mind. For ending stocks, we are dropping our corn stocks down 76 million bushels. Not only do we have that slight reduction in production, as I mentioned earlier, but we also have ethanol use certainly running the show right now in corn. So that's very good news. So 76 million lower bushels for corn ending stocks. We're going to add about 5 million bushels to our soybean ending stock number here. Probably going to grab some more headlines will be the world tone of things here. I want to point out we have reduced our Argentine corn estimates by a full 2 million tons to 23. We've reduced our Argentine soybean number down by 1 million ton compared to USDA to 51. Over on the winter wheat seedings portion of the report, we estimate a large increase going into winter wheat planting this past fall, up 4.6 million acres. We would even say the numbers should have been even much larger if we had a chance to get those acres in. Many producers saying, you know what, we had dryness, and that might have been limiting factors here. Our number on the winter wheat seedings probably will be a little larger than the average guess. I'd say the average guess would be maybe about a 3 million acre increase here. But overall, the fact that we do have a good drop coming for corn ending stocks, in my opinion at least, we have some bullish numbers laid out for corn, certainly for next week's report. So keep that in mind, and that may also provide secondary support through the coming days. To see more about our numbers as far as our long-term supply, demand, and more important for you, price projections, we certainly urge you guys to get signed up for that annual conference on January 21st and 22nd, just a couple weeks away from here right now, and get those tickets locked in right now. 1-800-262-7538 or our website, which is allendale-inc.com. This is Rich Nelson. Have a good trading day and a good trading week.